Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video we're going to take a look at Gholdengo in the Open Great League. We're going to have a level 51, 100% Gholdengo here. And this Pokemon, actually I think I only had level 50. Yeah, silly me, I didn't know that I had this Pokemon fully best buddied, but I could have got to level 51. Which maybe even changed something for the matchups, but still this Pokemon is actually really good right now. Like honestly, no joke, this Pokemon is really good because of the amount of fairy type Pokemon that are around. And because it's going to be a hard answer to also something like Enamorus, which I at least thought I would be able to encounter today because I encountered it on nearly every battle beforehand. Turns out I don't think I encountered it a single time with this team, even though this team is very good against Enamorus. You have coverage on every single Pokemon here for this Pokemon there, but it is what it is. I would say it is what it is. We're going to see here that I'm going to use 2 shields on my Rhyperior to keep the alignment. This is going to allow us now as well here to go for the full farm. Now, I actually want to check real quick on the site, by the way, on if Gholdengo gets a big boost in the Master League if you give it the best buddy ribbon. But here we're going to see now the Ho coming back in. We're going to be able to go for some wild charge damage, which is going to be delicious, as this is going to get them insane low enough that I should be able to fully farm them down with my Mudstep Rhyperior as well. So we're going to go back into this Pokemon. We're not going to go for a charge move, we're just going to farm them down. We have 2 Rock Wreckers stored for the Xerneas that is in the back. And you know what? Xerneas has nothing to hit the Gholdengo. Like, this is the thing. Gholdengo's typing is going to be able to resist all of the hits of the opponent's Xerneas, and that is going to be lovely. As we'll see here right now, the opponent goes for a Boom Blast. It does no damage really at all, and we will see the opponent just deciding to forfeit here, I think. Oh no, they actually decide to go for another Torch move. Doesn't help them. It literally doesn't help them, and we're gonna move on to the next opponent. So with the Astonish buff recently, Gholdengo got a big buff, to be fair, like definitely a big buff there. By the way, for the people who want to know that, there is a breakpoint that you can get by best buddying Gholdengo for Ursaluna, which doesn't matter, and for Zacian, which kind of does matter a little bit. So you do 1 more damage against Zacian, but also you take 1 less damage from Waterfall Kyogre, which actually might matter a lot, and Solgaleo, which is kind of rare right now. So best buddying actually helps quite a bit, because you have like 2 matchups at least that are quite common that help you out quite a bit with having your Pokemon best buddied. So for that reason, I would definitely recommend you to best buddy your Gholdengo. It doesn't change the matchups itself, but especially against Kyogre, like getting a little bit less damage each time the opponent goes for a move. And against Ursaluna, you're actually going to be able to win the 0 shield scenario if you best buddy your Pokemon. So again, might be something interesting for you if you are interested in like best buddying Pokemon. Gholdengo actually has a bit of an update for it. Anyway, we're going to see Primarina in the back. It's going to be the Charm variant, and that is going to be absolutely delicious because we can go for the big Rock Wrecker. Do a ton of damage. I'm not going to get the KO. They can KO me, but I don't really care too much about it because a 1 wild shot should be easily enough to knock out the Kyogre from this range, and so Zacian is going to be in a position where we're definitely going to be able to win it. I play it safe and just go up to 2 just in case somehow we're going to not be able to knock them out, even though it does like around like 80%. So yeah, that is going to be it for this one. Ho-Oh in the lead is going to be okay for us. We're going to be able to go for the Wild Charge here. I just usually go for the Wild Charge after 5. There is after 7 fast moves, as this is going to allow us to just have perfect fast move timing. At the end of the day, they're never going to be able to fully farm me down there anyway, and as we will see, we don't even get the debuff onto us, which is going to be great because now we can go ahead, go for the Wild Charge and get the shield from the opponent, and now we can swap out into the Rhyperior, try to catch the move. It doesn't work out, and because I'm just a bit scared, I just had to use a shield here. I've been solar beamed recently from Ho-Oh. I just got a bit of a fright there, so that's why I decided to use a shield. But anyway, we're going to see here the opponent's Dialga. We get the debuff straight away with a Breaking Swipe, which is absolutely amazing because we can even go for another Breaking Swipe, which is going to allow us to get no debuff. That's kind of unfortunate, but we still should be actually able to survive the Iron Head thanks to the debuff from the first Breaking Swipe, which we will see here as well. And I can take the opportunity to get some more energy on the Zacian. If they go back into the Ho-Oh, I should be able to Wild Charge them in time as well. They go back into the Ho-Oh, Wild Charge it is, and with this Pokemon is gonna go kinda down, or at least very low. We're gonna see here that they're still gonna survive, but they're gonna swap out now into the Rhyperior. Can we still hit a move? We can still hit that close combat, and that is absolutely amazing, because now we do a ton of damage. But not only this, we're also going to have Gholdengo, which is going to be able to resist all of the charge move damage here. But not only this, we can also go ahead and catch the Rock Wrecker here, most likely, onto our own Rhyperior. They're completely 0 bubble it, which just allows me to get even more damage in against them, and that is going to be a very good game as Ho-Oh has no play against us anymore. Next battle here, we're going to have the lead of Kyogre against us, which is actually really ideal for us. It's kind of where we want to see Kyogre because we have Wild Charge on our Zacian and we kind of want to just go up into the 2-shield scenario. You're going to be able to outspeed them all the time here, so that's not going to be an issue at all. But you kind of have to be a bit careful about your health, so you want to go basically only for the Wild Charge when you have 2 back-to-back build up nearly. Here at this point, I just did it for pacing reasons. That is the only reason why I decided to go for the Wild Charge here. But I can still reach another one, but the opponent can catch the move, and this is going to make it all a bit more tricky. They're going to go into the Necrozma, and I'm going to go ahead and go into the Rhyperior, but I am forced to no-shield here. Doesn't matter what they're going to go for, I'm forced to no-shield. Otherwise, Kyogre is just going to be able to run through this team, and so I am going to be forced to keep that shield for the Kyogre, which is very likely coming back in here against us as well. We have the hard-hitting move against them, the Rock Wrecker. They're going to go into the Kyogre, and they actually don't even go for the charge move, which is great for me, because all of a sudden now we are in a position where we might be able to just win with a few Pokemon they have left. I'm going to go into the Gholdengo, and they have the Primarina in the back with Charm, and that is going to be it for this game, because Gholdengo has the Astonish, has the Shadow Ball, has the KO, and has the bulk still to survive those fast moves, even the Surf would have not knocked us out, and so we're gonna move on to the next opponent. You see already at this point on how much potential this Pokemon has. We have the Palkia against an elite. That's going to be, generally speaking, a very favorable lead, but it's actually not that great all the time. Let's hop on to the Necrozma. They go for the close combat, which is okay, I think. It is okay. And we're gonna stop out into our Rhyperior, and I decide to go ahead and go for the shield. I don't think this is actually a Sunsteel Strike yet. It's an Iron Head, and so I would have been able to survive it. But we have 2 Breaking Scythes, and I know that the opponent has energy on their other Pokemon, onto their Dragon type Palkia, but I am gonna play it a bit risky. I go for the CMP type here, knowing that I'm going to lose the CMP type, but I'm gonna be able to get the Breaking Swipe off now, and they're gonna be back to back at the Awkward Tail. So I'm gonna swap out now here, trying to catch the move, and so while we're 2 shields down, we have energy on 2 of our Pokemon, and that might actually work out in our favor. They decide to stay in here for a little bit, trying to get up to another charge move, which is fine. We can go for close combat, getting the shield very likely here. But they actually decide to let the move go through, and now it's down to the Dialga in the back, and this is looking really good for us. And this is so weird, because, oh, the opponent has 2 shields. Guess what? We have 2 close combats, and those 2 shields are going to be gone then. I can swap out into the Rhyperior, and they can go for the Breaking Swipe, and they're going to try to get the debuffs onto the opponent. And as soon as I'm going to debuff here, the game is over. Like, literally instantaneously, and the game is over with that. Why is the game over? Because now you don't do damage against our Gholdengo. Gholdengo is going to be able to resist every single hit, but with a debuff, it is getting completely absurd there on how much better the Gholdengo gonna get against this Pokemon. And as you can see here, we're gonna get a double debuff. So yeah, what do you want to do here with your Dialga? I actually decide to not even reveal the final Pokemon, just to troll, and we can move on to the next opponent. That is going to be a bit of a trickier one, Mewtwo. Well, Mewtwo, generally speaking, is not really considered as a very good Pokemon anymore. I still kind of want to at least see here on what the opponent can do with that. We're going to have the Wild Charge. We're going to swap out into the Rhyperior, and we're going to get out the Landorus. Landorus is a bit of a tricky Pokemon for this team. Landorus is the one Pokemon I don't want to face with this team. Like, if I could choose a Pokemon that I can eliminate for this team to face, it would be Landorus. And I don't know why I used the shield. Actually, I know why I used the shield, because I was battling next to my girlfriend there, and she was like saying something silly, and I just laughed. And like, this shield was not supposed to come out there. I just couldn't really see on what I was tapping on the screen there. But yeah. So that was definitely a mistake, and so we're now a shield down, which we didn't need to be, but it is what it is. It is what it is. We can still try to adjust, but if we're gonna lose this battle because of the shield down, which I don't think so. Like, so far we're getting completely hard walled, so I'm not really thinking that this really mattered. We have to see on this Wild Charge, it is going to be able to do some solid damage. I'm just gonna basically hope that Gholdengo is going to be able to win this battle for us. Let's see what they have in the back. Hopefully not an Yveltal. It's going to be Mewtwo again. We can use a shield for a potential Shadow Ball. It's going to be a Side Strike. That's fine. They're going to get to another move. Could be a Shadow Ball. Definitely, energy-wise. It is going to be another Side Strike. Now it depends on what they have in the back. As long as it's going to be something that they're weak to Gholdengo, it would be fine. It is going to be... yeah, Palkia. That's going to be a good game. With an extra shield, I still think I would have lost, so I don't think this really mattered here. I don't think I would have had a chance of winning this battle. I mean, it's gonna get close here. I don't know if it's gonna get into Shadow Ball range, but then again, I think the Landorus would have not been that low. I don't know. Like, maybe I could have won this battle if I played a bit better. I don't really want to be like, look, I lost because I made this one mistake because I didn't pay attention to the battle. No, that was not the case. The opponent just had maybe a bit of a better matchup there as well. Don't know if I would have had the chance of even coming back there. Don't really want to put this onto that. But anyway, we're going to see a Rhyperior against us. There you go for the Rock Wrecker, and that's fine for me because now I can go to my own Rhyperior, and I don't really care too much about the energy, but I do care about you, Landorus. I don't like you, Landorus. You can stay where you're at. We're gonna be able to go for the, bait move there, basically, with the Breaking Swipe, dropping the opponent's attack, which is gonna be great, because now, guess what, they can drop our attack, but we can go for the big Rock Wrecker, and big Rock Wrecker is coming through here to put them into range for a Wild Charge guaranteed. This is going to connect here, and we try to get to another move, but we are not failing with that. We're actually going to be able to do that. That's going to be great. They're very likely to let the move go through because they know that's still survive. But now it's down to Zacian, I guess, to farm them down. I don't get the fast move through. This could actually be crucial. Let's see. I have to swap out now. I'm forced to swap out here to knock them out in time. Can Gholdengo win the battle for us? It's going to be Primarina with Charm in the back, and that means yes. Second to last battle, we are going to encounter the Ho-Oh against an Elite, and we're going to have a Wild Charge for you, my friend. Wild Charge is going to be able to connect here, going to do a ton of damage, and there's going to be, by the way, another video later on. I don't think I'm going to do 3 videos, which are usually on Tuesday, because I'm going to be away for the EYC, and I still even have to lock in my team for that. I have no idea what I'm running. I want to run at least 1 or 2 spicy Pokemon, though, so definitely stay tuned for that, because I don't really care too much about it, because I didn't have time to prepare, because the game was broken, but the game is fine again. If you have seen that, I have not, at least myself, haven't had any issues recently where if a Pokemon faints that I lag a little bit. I had like 1 or 2 times here on the video where I lagged a bit, but I don't think it was like down to the bug that I had before. I feel like it definitely went a bit better nowadays. But yeah, I haven't prepared at all for EOIC, so that's going to be a bit of a mess. I don't really like the meta at all that is currently played for the Pokemon tournaments, and so I'm just going to be there to have fun, take a look at the Pokemon Center, get some funny stuff there, and go back home basically again. And that's going to be fine. Yo, we're going to see the opponent having their, what's called Dialga. We're going to be able to go for another charge move here as well. It is going to be Breaking Swipe, and the opponent doesn't get any debuff, which is really unfortunate, and I think it actually decided the game here, because I think if I got a debuff there, I would have been able to maybe have a bit of a better time now with... Oh wait, I've closed... never mind, don't mind me here. Would have been cool to have the debuffs, because it would force the opponent to go for the charge move a bit earlier, but the Focus Blast is going to seal the deal. Horrific matchup here in the lead. It's going to be Mewtwo against the Zacian. Zacian always going to lose his matchup. Mewtwo is just stronger there in this kind of regard. It's just very difficult currently for Psychic type Pokemon to exist, no matter where a lot of Dark type Pokemon are around and Steel type Pokemon are around. It's just not really that great for the Mewtwo. And so we're going to see here that we're going to get the shield, which is great, and we're going to use a shield here against a potential Ice Beam or Focus Blast, but just a Side Strike. They go for another move. I decided to use another shield here just in case it's going to be the Ice Beam now. It's still not the Ice Beam. Where's your Ice Beam, man? But I can go for the Breaking Swipe, which hopefully gonna knock them out. But as they stay in here, I'm fairly certain they're going to be a bit weak to me in the back, so I don't think that they have a hard answer to Rhyperior. Turns out they have Tapu Bulu, so yeah, I was wrong there. We're gonna get the Rock Wrecker in, which gonna get the shield. We can swap out here into the Zacian. We can still get some damage off, and this damage can actually be kind of nice because it might put them into farm down range for our Gholdengo, which is a hard answer to the opponent's Pokemon here. They go for the knockout. And now we have to be a bit mindful. We have to kind of wait out the switch clock. If we don't wait out the switch clock, we're going to be in trouble. We wait out the entire time until the last second just to see that they have, sadly in the back, the Yveltal, where I'm forced to go for a charge move against because otherwise they outspeed me. And with this, our HP is insanely low because of the Sucker Punch damage. I know I'll still survive a hit here, but at this point, I'm in a position where I don't want to be in to be... Yeah, exactly, because at this point we gotta see that the opponent can go for the full farm here with Bullet Seed. They get maybe a bit too much energy in. I needed to at least 1 or 2 more fast moves here afterwards. Let's see, the opponent gotta go for Nature's Madness. If I actually let the opponent go for 1 or 2 more Sucker Punches, I would have won this battle. So that is kind of sad for me, because I would have needed another fast move and we would have had Astonished for that. So actually could have won this if I played a little bit differently against the Yveltal. Just let them go for 1 or 2 more fast moves. I would have won the battle now. But this is what it is. Hopefully you enjoyed still, and I will see you then. Bye bye.